I'm making this documentation of the video about why I need a better used car. First off, my first Neon was totaled in an accident. It was totaled in an accident by the person who hit the back of my vehicle 2.5 years ago. And the driver was at fault, and I was given the pretty much the value of what the car was worth. The mistake I made was getting another 2000 Plymouth Neon. That is what the problem is. I didn't see the mistake that I made then, and it's costing me quite a bit of money, which means the first thing that had to be done to the car was the front brakes and some wiper blades, and then 4 months later there's the transmission, and then somebody tried to vandalize it back then. Then I had to replace the rear brake cylinder, and then some months later somebody actually did vandalize the car, where it cost it to get the steering column replaced and the ignition switch. So you fast forward to April of this year, then I had to go and get the rear bumper and the tail light on the passenger side replaced. So last winter, my dome light stopped working on the car. My auto theft on the car does not work. The auto locks do not work on the car. The frame underneath the car is completely rusted and rotted out. And then I found out I had to replace the catalytic converter because it was leaking. So they had to replace the catalytic converter through Flash Automotive, which is the O2 sensor and the actual catalytic converter itself. So therefore, with all the maintenance and miles that's been put on this car, it has had a major tune-up as of last winter. Also, I put a brand new starter on the car because it made a noise and I had it replaced. Had to have another battery replaced in the car after like 2 years. So in October, I had to have the battery replaced. So therefore, there are things with this car. It runs, but it's got a lot of high miles on it. It already had over 100,000 miles when I got the car. And if I'd have known I was going to go through all this stuff with the maintenance on the car, then I would have probably left the car. Okay, so my mistake was I should have got a 2004, 2005 Dodge Neon or Dodge Stratus. Okay, so that's where I made my mistake. So anybody looking at this video, please don't contact me with a lot of cynical cracks and remarks and jokes and stuff. If you're not going to be able to help me, then don't respond. But know this, all of the information that I'm telling you that happened with both my cars was unfair. I mean, it was really unfair because my other Neon was in better shape. Now, I cannot get a loan through a bank. No, I cannot get a loan. I cannot get financing. I can't get a loan. I can't get anything like that. I cannot go to a Kia dealership and walk in there and get a newer car. That's not going to happen because of my credit. My credit, I'm on 3 fixed incomes. I only get about $748. $748 does not afford you to get a loan because you're going to have to get somebody to co-sign, and any dealership would have to go through and find a bank that would finance the car. And I would have to pay more than a third down. With my credit, with my bad credit, and my discharge, bankruptcy, and my supplemental income, no dealership's going to take a risk. They're not going to take a chance on anybody coming in there with the same type of financial situation that I'm in, where you're on a supplemental income and you have a discharge, bankruptcy, and a bad credit. You're going to wind up paying more than a third down. I don't care if you go with a lease car. I don't care if you go with a brand new car. I don't care if you go with a pre-certified used car. You will not be able to drive the car off the dealership lot without paying a third down. The other problem is my dad is putting more wear and tear on me, which means I have to use my car, which is a 15-year-old car that has over 100,000 miles on the car. So what's going to happen? With all of the maintenance that's been done to this car, the next thing that could go wrong could be the engine or the sensors, the motherboard. You got an alternator, you got a lot of electrical wiring. Okay, so therefore, that's why I made the video. So therefore, if anybody thinks this is a game, it's not a game. It's not a game. It's nothing to play with. It's not something that I want to go out here and put on the internet, but I'm putting it on the internet because I know I deserve a better car. Because I don't need to have to go through a whole lot of crap to keep trying to maintain the car that I have now. Because if somebody else hits this car or vandalizes it, it's over with. I'm not going to keep going through this crap, you know. And I know that I do deserve something better. I just need somebody's help. So please log on to my Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Google+. I can be looked up online through all my social media. My name is Cheryl Pugh. I'm the unfortunate owner of a 2000 Plymouth Neon right now. And I really don't like the fact that I've had to put this information out there, but I created the slideshows to let people know what happens to somebody who's I've been going through a lot of stuff, and I shouldn't have had to. So I made this video for everyone to see what happened to both my Neons, and everything that I'm telling you is the truth with both my Neons. There's no reason for me to put the information out there about my car and then lie about it. That's not going to get you anywhere. So please, I need someone's help, and I'm hoping that someone will see this video and come to my rescue, because I just need a used car. I can't afford a new car. I'd lose my supplemental income, my food stamps. I'd lose all my supplemental income and my benefits, because I cannot afford to have a car that's too new. I can't have a brand new car. Can't have a car worth over a certain amount of money. And it's unfortunate my dad says he's not buying a car. Well, guess what? That's going to blow up and backfire on him, because eventually this car will not be running by the end of next year or into the year of 2017, because of how much is actually wrong with the car, which includes an electrical short.